everyone, and welcome back to Caitlin's Corner. As you can see, we're in a completely different location today. I'm actually filming a special project with Rotman Commerce, so I was able to film a video today in this studio. How awesome is that? Today I'm going to be doing a highly requested video, a beginner's guide to bullet journaling. I'm going to go over what bullet journaling is, what supplies you need to bullet journal, and I'm also going to walk you through some easy spreads for beginners. Before we get into all of that goodness though, I do want to let you know that there's going to be a coordinating blog post with this video that will be linked down in the description box below, and on my blog there will be a printable with a little bit of a guide to bullet journaling on there that you can print out. This is kind of the first official printable that I created, so I'd love to hear your feedback on the fonts that I use and how it looks, because I will be using your feedback to create more printables in the future. The bullet journal was a system of planning that was created by someone named Ryder Carroll, and there's actually going to be a link to the official bullet journal website down in the description box below that explains bullet journaling a lot better than I'm about to. But essentially it's a rapid form of planning made up of bullet point lists, hence the reason it's called bullet journaling. Genius. Since then, people really embraced the bullet journal system and have gotten a little bit more creative with it, with different fonts and banners and doodles. You can make it as minimalist or as creative as you want your journal to be. I like to fall somewhere in the middle. I like my spreads to be easy to make, but I like to add small artistic touches to make them pleasing to the eye. You may be asking, why would I create a bullet journal if I can just buy a regular agenda or an Erin Condren planner? Those things are great, but one thing that I really like about the bullet journal system is that it's 100% customizable. So you can make pages that really apply to your everyday life. Now that we've covered what a bullet journal is, let's get into the good stuff, the supplies. To start your bullet journal, you only really need two things, a notebook and a pen. This right here is my notebook of choice and a popular notebook choice for many bullet journalers. It is the Sjostrand 1917 medium dotted notebook. It's a great quality notebook and it has dotted pages, which is great because the dots provide guidance whether you're planning vertically or horizontal, and the dots don't really distract from your completed spreads. They almost disappear. So I really love this type of notebook, and I have yet to stray away from it, but you can use any notebook that you have on hand. And then for pens, I've got two of my absolute favorites right here. The first one is Faber-Castell's Pitt Artist pen, and the other one is the Pigma Micron pen. Another favorite is the Bic Intensity pen. This is a pen that's a little bit more widely available. Like, you can pick this up at Shoppers and Walmart, whereas these two are usually at more artsy stores like Michael's. The reason I love these three pens is because they really provide a pigmented black color, which I really love. But don't feel like you have to get a specific pen for bullet journaling. You can use the supplies, whether it's a pen or a notebook that you already have at home. And if you wanted to dabble into brush lettering, which is a little bit more advanced for beginners, but you may be wondering what pen a lot of people use, and the writing utensil of choice is the Tombow dual tip marker. It is amazing. I love these things, and they're great for adding pops of colors to your spreads. We've covered what a bullet journal is, we've covered what supplies you need, so I'm going to bring you in closer to see some easy spreads for beginners. I'm going to start off with a key, and a key is a common feature of many bullet journals, and what it's used for is to define what certain symbols represent in your journal. I'm just going to show you a sample one here. So you could use a dot for task, a square for event, a line for notes, a star for important. Really, your key symbols can mean and be whatever you want it to be, so have fun with it. And another common page that people have, usually at the beginning of their bullet journal, is an index. And an index is just a fancy way of saying table of contents. You essentially write the page number and the pages of each page in your bullet journal. Certain people like it to keep them organized, but I personally don't really keep up with my index. If I want to find a page, I just go looking for it. I'm going to move over to my Sjostrand 1917 notebook for the next few spreads. One of the pages I really recommend beginners try out is A Month at a Glance, because it's so easy to set up and it's very useful. The days of the month are vertically written, and right beside them are the days of the week that they correspond to, and you can just write any major event. So on September 7th, I am back to school. Another great page for beginners to do is a monthly tracker. Again, you would just have a section to write the days of the month horizontally here, and then beside it, you would write down all the things that you're hoping to track throughout the month. So some common things I like to track are hydration, meditation, yoga, reading, etc., etc. One of my favorite pages is also a gratitude page where, again, every day of the month you would write something you're grateful for. I like this page because it shows the more journaling aspects you can get from a bullet journal. It's not just a planner, it can be a place for your thoughts too. And the last page I have here is just a simple weekly spread. Each day of the week is written down, and then I have a spot to write vertical lists where you would use all of the symbols that I showed in the key to keep track of appointments, events, tasks, etc. And that concludes my beginner's guide to bullet journaling. I hope this video helped some of you out who may be new to the bullet journaling system and world. If you liked today's video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and join the Caitlin's Corner fam jam. And let me know in the comment section down below if you have any further questions about bullet journaling, or if you're a veteran, a bullet journaling veteran, then maybe you can leave some tips for beginners. I will see you all very soon with a new video, and until then, bye everyone. And that's what it looks like.
Yep. So let's
You're keeping me on. Yeah,